Welcome to Premix TV, where we talk everything hoops. My name is Eli.
And my name is Pat, and it looks like 2021 is really the year where everything is going to change.
That's so true, and to prove that, we'll be talking about a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 10 years, and this is the year where they change everything.
If you guys read the title, then you know the NBA team we'll be breaking down today is the Phoenix Suns. How are they so good, and if this is a fluke or not?
You guys ready?
Let's get started. First, let's start off by the big trades and acquisitions the Suns front office were able to pull off in the last free agency.
They lost Aaron Baines, Kelly Oubre, and Ricky Rubio, but they were able to pick up Jay Crowder and Langston Galloway to help establish a defensive identity.
And more importantly, acquiring one of the biggest scores this offseason, Chris Paul, was a perfect fit for the Suns as his intellect and leadership is badly needed for this young Suns team.
So let's start with their starting lineup that is headlined by the new backcourt in Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Then you got DeAndre Ayton in the middle and glue guys in Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder.
With their reserves, they have great backup guards in Langston Galloway, Cameron Payne, and Javon Carter. Also, their second unit forwards and big men consist of players like Etuan Moore, Cameron Johnson, Darius Saric, and obviously the GOAT, Frank the Tank Kaminsky.
Now that you know the roster, why is this team so good? From being undefeated in the bubble to now a top 3 team in the West this season.
As a team, they are currently top 10 in offense and top 15 in defense. If you see their advanced stats, the Phoenix Suns rely on passing the ball and finding open threes while playing at a reasonable pace.
They aren't the 7 seconds or less Suns that they were once famous for, but now they take their time dissecting their defense through ball movement under the leadership of their new guard duo.
On offense, they are around the top 10 in threes made, 3-point percentage, field goal percentage, and assists, which shows how efficient they are and reinforce what we said earlier about this team.
Their defense is above average at the moment, but it is looking very promising because they're the number 1 team in preventing other clubs from shooting open threes and number 1 in opponents' 3-point percentages.
In a nutshell, they force teams to take mid-range shots, and when they do shoot long-range bombs, they're always contested.
Though they are getting beat in the paint, and which in the 3-point era is considered the shots you would want the other team to take, so they have some improvements to make.
This lack of defense in the paint is also a result in their shortage in quality big men because even though DeAndre Ayton is a great defensive presence, he is the only available big man who can really guard the paint.
At the moment, Damian Jones is injured and Kaminsky and Daric focus more on stretching the floor and their offensive skills.
However, with all that being said, the culture is slowly being built for success and the Suns are really crushing some of the best teams in the NBA.
Moving on, let's highlight some of the players who have been playing spectacular for the Suns. Of course, you gotta start with the new backcourt in Chris Paul and Devin Booker.
We have said this before and we'll say it again, Chris Paul just makes other all-stars around him better, especially shooting guards and centers.
He made DeAndre Jordan an all-star and led Lob City to a near Western Conference final appearance, something almost impossible for this seemingly cursed team.
Don't forget, he almost beat the 2018 Warriors with James Harden on the Rockets and made it to the finals. This Warriors team, who had their infamous death lineup, consisted of KD, Curry, Green, Iguodala, and Thompson, which swept the Cavs in the finals.
There are several articles stating that if CP3 did not get injured, they would have beat the superstar team. But we already know CP3 is a point god, so let's move on to his partner, Devin Booker.
The first-time All-Star Devin Booker is proving why he's arguably a top 5 SG in the league right now.
Though he's averaging less points this year, it is because he doesn't need to blow his stats anymore, but instead, focus on winning games.
The more you watch this guy, the more you can see a sense of maturity in him like a true leader.
He does not rush shots or act like he has to score if they want to win. He can step back and let CP3 conduct the offense and get to his spots that make him deadly.
Booker thrives when he has a pass-first guard alongside him. You saw the damage he did by having Rubio last season? Imagine now that he has an all-star caliber guard in CP3, his potential is limitless.
Now let's move on to the defensive anchor and pick-and-roll specialist in DeAndre Ayton. This guy's coming off a problematic last season and has come back strong and impressive.
He has not done anything new on the offensive side, but his rebounds and his shooting percentage have drastically risen, which is the CP3 effect.
He still has a lot to improve on, especially on the defensive side, but that's just something you expect from a center that's only 22.
Then, you have a really good 3-and-D forwards in Jay Crowder and Mikal Bridges rounding up the team starters.
Mikal Bridges went from averaging 9 points to now 16 points, which is a big jump. He was already a great defensive player, but now he's learning how to make his presence known on the offensive side.
With Jay Crowder, who we all know as a great vet you'd want on your team, he plays hard-nosed defense, hustles, and is a sharp shooter.
That starting lineup is a modern structure for any young team in today's NBA that focuses on playing good defense, three-point shooting, and ball movement. Their bench is also quite scary in ways you wouldn't expect.
For instance, do you remember this guy? Yeah, Cameron Payne. That guy who only got shown on TV for his amazing handshakes is now averaging at least 10 points a game for this team. Kudos to the Suns coaching staff for making great use of someone who we know more of his dancing than his basketball skills.
And it's not only him. Another Cameron Johnson, has also increased his production. Partner that up with vets in Sarge, Galloway, and Kaminsky, and you have somewhat of a core on a bench.
It's not the best bench, but they put up their numbers and do their best to contribute night in and night out.
But the Suns do rely more on what the starters can provide. If they play like trash, then the bench can't do as much as they lack a scorer that can really change the outcome of the game.
Now, let's talk about everyone's favorite, playoff contention. Will the Phoenix Suns make the playoffs?
Yeah, they definitely will. No way they're gonna lose multiple straight games like they have done in the past. The biggest difference from then and now is that the West this year looks more fragile than ever.
And this year, they actually have a foundation for the team to rely on in their modernized starting lineup.
No more ball-hugging possessions and hero balling the offense. It's about wisely attacking the defense and finding the shots they want.
Now for predictions, what spot will they be? Let's first name the top 4 strongest teams right now in the West.
You have the Lakers, then,
Well, unlike other years, the Lakers are really just the team to beat in the West right now. Everyone else is stuck in this second tier. In this year, you have the Jazz, Dallas, Clippers, Nuggets, so that's 5 spots.
The other 3 spots can go realistically to the Warriors, Blazers, and Spurs. Now, factor in the Suns. The Suns are better than the 3 bottom teams and have better records than Dallas and Denver. So, where would they place?
They can honestly be in the top 4 discussion. Probably number 4 or maybe even 3rd seed. However, if they lose in the first round with home court advantage, I would not really be surprised. Still, a very young team but could be saved by the experience of players like CP3.
Our recommendation is that they trade for a good bench scorer. They have pieces and more picks to nab some additional weapons for their bench, which is in need of some tuning.
Aside from that, they have a lot of potential this season to be making real noise in the playoffs. And you never know, they might even upset the Lakers in the second round. To conclude this video, let's ask the simple question. What is the Phoenix Suns' goal right now?
The goal is to really make the playoffs and end their playoff drought. A secondary goal is to obviously go as deep as possible in the playoffs, but in reality, making the playoffs with a top 4 seed is a big win in itself.
For a franchise who have been starving for a turnaround since the Nash era was over, this is some great news.
It's quite ironic how a god point guard was the reason why they went to the playoffs 10 years ago, and now is the acquisition of a different point guard that will be bringing them back there.
That's right, Eli. The addition of CP3 definitely made the Suns as one of the most intriguing teams this season, and what the future holds for this young team is very exciting.
Now, this is the end of the Phoenix Suns breakdown video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and quick shout out to you guys for helping us almost reach 100 subs.
We appreciate all the support and we would love to give some of that back as well. With the upcoming death anniversary of the Black Mamba, we have a special video dedicated to his life and career coming out soon.
And also a giveaway, so watch out for that.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and share with your friends. Are the Suns really that scary this year? What do you guys think? Let us know down below.
You know what to do, go follow all of our social media, same name, links will be down below. Make sure to click on that notification bell button to get notified as we post a new video every week. That's it for this one, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Adios!